Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne at Hullahbaloo.com, and today's project is this one. Now, you may have been wondering where I have been for the last few weeks, and I do apologise. I had to take a bit of a break just for some family things that were ongoing, but I'm back and I'm here, and for those of you that have stuck by and continue to follow me, you will have noticed that I have been leading up to a relaunch which was on the 7th of June, and this is my first video back, so I thought we'd open with a really special one because, as you can see, this paper's just a little bit special. If I put that in the light there, it's gorgeous shimmer. So this is the Incolor Shimmer Vellum that came as part of the brand new Incolors for 2021 to 2023. This one is Fresh Freesia, and it uses a full sheet because, well, it's just gorgeous. Why would you not? And then I've teamed it with two die sets. So the artistic dies, which is this leafy, and it's a very big leafy die at the back, and then a tag at the front, which is part of the tailored made tags. So I'm going to show you how I made this one. So full sheet, but this time instead of Fresh Freesia, we're going to go with Pale Papaya. So Pale Papaya is more of a peachy colour, and again, look, there's that shimmer, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to grab my scoreboard, which I put at the furthest point away from me as I could, because it's always helpful. Now, when you score this, it does leave a really good score line, and when you fold and burnish it, it doesn't lift. So there is a little bit of manipulation that you will have to do with it to get it to do what you want it. Right, let's get this so where you can see it. Okay, so we're going to score this at 2 on the first side, because both sides are of course the same. So we're going to score it at 2, at, I want to say 5, 7 and 10. So that's 2, 5, 7 and 10. Rotate it, and then we're going to score this at 2 and at 10. So you should have that kind of, if we put it the right way up, that kind of scoring pattern to it. Now, what I'm going to do differently in comparison to the first one that I did is that the decoration I put it on after the bag was made, and unfortunately, because I can't press enough without buckling the bag, the leaf doesn't look so good on it. So we'll fold and burnish these first, and we'll get our bag ready up to the point of it needing to be glued together. So I don't press too hard with my bone folder, because as you can see, look, it doesn't want to come apart afterwards, and you need it to a little bit. While you need to burnish it, you don't want it to be completely dead flat while you're bringing the bag together. And those up, so press them down first with my finger, and then you don't need to do as much of a burnish. I'm just going to do all these lines first, all our scars. And then the last one on this side, like so. So whilst I have been on my break, we have seen the annual catalogue launch for 2021 into 2022, and it is stunning. I love it. I've bought lots from it, and I'll show you exactly what I've been making. I've made that much stuff. I have all my videos and blog posts planned for the entire month of June already, and today when I'm filming this, it's not June yet, it's still May, so that's how far in advance I've got, because the product and the new things in the catalogue are just so gorgeous. I've done nothing but want to play with them. Right, I'll just quickly cover what I've done. All the score lines are burnished, and the bottom one. Then this one, which is going to be the top of the bag, needs to come towards us, because we need to fold it back on itself. And that gives us the way that we've got the bag at the top. Right, so it's cutting time. So we want to go up each of these score lines at the bottom to the first score line, like so, just freeing each of these, and then in a moment we'll trim away the parts that we don't need. So, as I was saying, the annual catalogue has launched, and we have some gorgeous new things. And the Incolors are obviously one of those things, because we get a set of those every year. Right, on this bag, makes a lot of noise. You'll see there's a double layover here, which we don't need all of that. So we can take away this bottom square entirely. I'm going to give that a bit of a wedge as I do, like so. But then we don't need all of this for this top part anyway. For the bottom it doesn't make no difference, but for this top part we just need enough to stick it onto the other side, and then we can wedge the rest like so. So that's a bit of an odd cutting, and I'll explain why. When we bring this bag around, having the double layers here doesn't matter. It gives it a nice sturdy side on the bag, like it's demonstrated here. Lots of place for me to put the glue. However, at the top here, because we are then poking the sides in and folding it over, it just gives it too many layers, so that when we punch the holes for the ribbon, it's too many layers and it just doesn't like the one side. So this side here, you'll see if I lift this up, you see this side's got lots of layers, and this side has just got that one poked in layer. That's got a double piece here, and yeah, it just makes it a bit more tricky. So that's how I've done it. Another piece to keep us of cutting to get some nice wedging in is this bottom piece here. So they're just the bottom squares that we freed up. We just need to put a bit of a wedge on these, just so that we get a really easy closure when we bring the bag together. So that's them done. So then you should be left with this at the bottom. So wedge square, rectangle, wedge square, rectangle, and then this one we've cut away. Up the side with wedging, and then we've got that small strip at the top that's left and ready for gluing. Don't want to glue just yet. We also need to work out which is the front, which I believe is that one. So that's the front. So second in from the left, this is the one that we are going to decorate. So on this one I'm going to do the same decoration, just of course with the differing colour. So this is from the artistic dies, so I'll show you those. So mine are here. So these are the artistic dies, and they come in the Expressions in Ink suite, and I'm using this big leaf, which we're going to put about there. So I've got a piece of basic white ready to do that on, but what I'm also going to do is show you how to use the adhesive strips, because you don't want to be trying to pop glue on the back of that. So I've got an adhesive strip here. Is that big enough? It is. So we get this, we measure it up against the adhesive strip, trim that, there we go, and then take the sticky off of this one and stick it on the back of the other one. So I'm just going to quickly line this up. There we go. So we know we've got a piece here that doesn't have as much sticky on, but if I line it up correctly, it'll fit anyway. So we'll line that up there. And I'm just going to bring in my mini cut and emboss. It's so cute. It's been with us now quite a while, and I still don't get over just how cute it is. So for this, I've got plates number 2, 2 of those, and I've got plate number 1. So 1 in and a 2. Pop our die cut in, and then pop another number 2 on top, and let's push that through, and let's shove our grid paper everywhere, because the little emboss tool is so light you end up pushing it all over the table just to try and get any grip on it. Or I do, should I say. There we go. There, and I'm just going to run that back just to be sure that it's giving it a good cut. There we go. And then just to pop it away, as you saw me unfold, it just pops back just as easy. And then I can just pop that at the side of my table, which is crafter's dream, really. So let's pop all this out. Oop. Right, and then you can get the brush here, or I find if I just hold it over my bin and poke all these little bits out with my, where's my takey pick tool? It's here. Now I find sometimes when putting the adhesive strip on the back that it wants to cling on to all these little bits, and it's not that it's not cut, it's the stickiness wants to keep it all together. So I give them just a quick bit of encouragement to come out, and then if we pull that out like that, most of them stay in the die, which is perfect, really. Pop these out. As you can see, they're popping away really easily. It's just because of the sticky sheet underneath. It doesn't want to part with them as easily. If this was just cardstock, they would be gone already. But it's a small price to pay when it comes to trying to glue one of these down without the glue showing. I love adhesive sheets for that. Love them for that. I also love them with, I love the playing with, what's it called, Playful Alphabet. Put them on the foam adhesive and they are just amazing. You can of course use them with the flat adhesive sheets if you don't want the dimension, but with the foam adhesive sheets they are gorgeous. Right, almost done. And then we're going to put this straight onto the bag, and then we're going to make our tag, which I'm also using the Inspired Thoughts stamp set, which is also new from the 2021 annual catalogue. Right, so there we go, that's that done. Just get these bits out of our way. Okay, so we'll bring our bag back in, and then all we need to do is take the backing, got a piece stuck to my hand, take the backing off of our leaf motif here, and then just position that where we would like it. And then just give it a firm press, and that's just cause of it being the sparkly vellum. It just needs a little extra encouragement. Now, what I did wrong with this one is I didn't stick on first, so I can't get the firm push that I might need, and so now and again the odd bit of leaf is just poking back up. But that's it, all good. So now we can bring the bag together and we can then put the tag on afterwards, because that's easy enough. So glue wise, I've been using tear and tape for this. I'm going to start at the side here. So I'm going to turn it that way, and then we're going to pop tear and tape down the side. Oh, and that part, we didn't need to stop there. And then down this one as well. Okay, so then using take your pick tool, take these off of the tape. And again, see, take your pick tool is an amazing, handy little thing. So fold this over, make sure it lines up. Give that a press. And then you see with the bags coming together. And then at the bottom here, we want the sides in first, then the back. And then I'm going to flip this over and pop some more tear and tape on the front here, just to seal that up. An extra piece here, just to be sure. And then again, tear and tape. Get those bits off. And then we're just going to line those up nice and square with each other. There we go. So this is what we have so far. I said nice and square with each other, but that's clearly not happened down here. The joys of tear and tape mean I can try that again. I'm just going to trim that. There we go. Okay, so the top, I want to poke these in like so until the two lines meet on either side, and it might mean you just have to persuade the sides to go with you. And then you want to press all the way up to the top and bring them down. There we go. Gorgeous. Time to put the ribbon through. So I've got a crocodile, and I've got the, so it's got two sides. It's got a 1/8 of an inch and it's got a 3/16. So on my 3/16 side, I've got my marker set at 1/2 inch, and then I'm just going to pop that this way round, pop my bag in, and then I'm just going to eyeball where the centre of this panel is and pop through, and then do the same on the other side, and they will be our ribbon holes. So there, we've got our ribbon holes. I'm going to get last year's clever clasps out, just to, these are now retired, but I've kept them because they're so handy for when you're tying ribbon onto projects like this. I just pop in one layer like that. So I've got, this is the Pale Papaya open weave ribbon, and this matches, there's one in every one of the Incolors. As you can see, it's a gorgeous ribbon there. I'm just going to pop a repeats through from the front to the back, and then back to the front. Make sure it hasn't twisted, which it hasn't. And then my usual method of tying, which is my bunny ears. So we'll do the knot first, like so. Then one bunny ear, two bunny ear, feed through and tie. Oh, I'm impressed with that. Well, I'll take that. I'm a bit rusty at this video stuff at the moment because of the break I've had, but I will take that bow. Well, it was worth coming back just to film that kind of a bow. Look at that. Can hear you all cheering with me. That bow. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, and now we can take the clasp off and look. Oh, amazing. Right, let's stop getting excited over that for a moment. And I've got a piece of basic white here. And I just need to find my tags. So these are tailor-made tags, and I used, I want to say I used this one. I did. I used the second smallest. Pop those out of the way a moment. We're just going to, on the cutting emboss again, just quickly tag this, cut this out. You could, of course, if you have any of the tag punches, do a tag with those instead. I need something to stick my grid paper down because it loves going on a little bit of a free-for-all when I'm using my mini cutting emboss. Right, so there's my tag. Take the die out and put everything else away. Okay, right, let's straighten back up, shall we? So we've got the tag. I have got the Inspired Thoughts, so it's here. So this is a 11-piece cling stamp set, so it's on the red rubber. And on the other project, I used Thinking of You on Your Special Day. But what I thought I may do this time is send healing thoughts your way. So maybe you're sending a gift to somebody who isn't well at the moment and you just want to give them something to wish them well and make sure that they have a bit of a smile on their face. So I've got a H block. I'm lining it up on my grid paper so that I can get it as straight as possible. Pale papaya matching ink. And then I'm just going to pop this into the centre. Like so. Lovely. I don't know why I put that away because I need that again in a moment. But as you can see, it looks rather blonde on its own. So what I'm also going to do, I'm going to get my mini grid paper, which is what I use when I'm blending. And we're going to get a blending brush. I'm going to see which one is good for use. And then we're going to get out our pale papaya and I'm just going to do a quick test run on this piece of card that's off. Yeah, it's fine. Right, so off the paper first and then onto it. Just array around the edges like so. and there it just gives it a bit of a different look. So if we bring that up, just gives it something extra. And if you think one side's a bit light, the brilliant thing about the blending brushes is you can go in again and again, like so. Pop those away, pop my ink away. We can bring the bag back in, and then some dimensionals. Just flip that over. I'm just going to pop 3 on the back there. Take those backings away. And then we're going to pop this where do I want it? Just need to give my bag a bit more of a convincing to. There we go. Love it. And then for the final bit of bling, shall we say, I'm using the silver and clear epoxy essentials, and I'm using the silver ones. On the other ones, so as you can see, there's little round circles at the bottom, diamonds in the middle, and teardrops at the top. I used diamonds on the freesia one. I think today I'm going to go with teardrops. So again, using my take your pick tool, just place these randomly round. There. One there. And then one more somewhere, because you can't do it in odds. You've got to go. Can't do it in evens, sorry, you've got to go odd. There we go. So there we are. We have the pale papaya with the absolutely amazing bow, and we have fresh freesia. So which one do you prefer? I think I like both in equal measure. So of course, as always, any of the Stampin' Up products you've seen me use today, so everything on these bags and the tools that I've used, including the take your pick tool, bone folder and stamping blocks, etc., can all be purchased via my store. You can access my store by going to hullahbaloo.com, and if you click shop up at the top, it will take you straight into my online store. Don't forget to check out the hostess code, which is in the right hand top corner of my website before you enter the shop. Entering that code at checkout will enter you into my hostess club. What does that mean? It means that at the end of each month, everyone who has used my code will get an extra special little something as a thank you from myself in the following month's post. And that is it for today. There will be more projects coming up. Thank you for sticking by me while I had to take a wee break, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. See you later.